Hi there, welcome back to music class. Today we are going to learn about not one but two instruments of the week. We are learning about the double reed instruments, the oboe and the bassoon. Oboes and bassoons are members of the woodwind family and they're commonly played in the orchestra. You'll see as we go along, they're very similar to the other woodwind instruments that we've learned about, the flute and the clarinet. The oboe is a double reed instrument. It has a plastic body for beginners and a wood body for more practiced players. The fingering of the oboe, so where you put your fingers to make different notes, is very similar to a flute, a recorder, or a saxophone. The bassoon is also a double reed instrument, and it's known for its distinctive tone color and low range. So here's a picture of the double reed. So similar to the reed of a clarinet, it's made of bamboo, and in this case, there's two of them. Why it's called a double reed. They're usually tied together with some wire or some string, and when you blow into the double reed, the two reeds vibrate against each other and produce the sound. Here are the parts of the oboe. The double reed here is at the top. You blow into the double reed and sends air through the instrument. There is an upper joint here, played with your left hand, a lower joint here, played with your right hand. The bell is at the end. Of course, it's open to let the sound through. And you'll see, just like the other woodwinds, there's a series of keys and levers, and different combinations of open and closed keys and levers produce different pitches. Some fun facts about the oboe. There are several oboes in the oboe family, just like some of our other woodwinds. There is a piccolo oboe, very small, very high-pitched tones. The regular oboe, the oboe d'amore, which translates to oboe of love. The English horn, the bass oboe, and the heckelphone, which is this big guy right here. Isn't that fun to say, heckelphone? Another fun fact, a musician who plays the oboe is simply an oboe player or an oboist. There are typically 3 oboists in an orchestra, 2 playing the regular oboe and 1 playing the English horn. And oboes can be found, as I mentioned, in orchestras, but also in chamber music, concert bands, folk music, jazz, pop, rock, and film scores, so you hear oboes a lot. Some more fun facts. There are actually 2 types of oboe, 2 different styles, a German style and a French style. The key systems of each are slightly different, but the French is more commonly used. The word oboe is actually a French word. It comes from the word hautboy, which translates to high wood or loud wood, since the oboe is a high-pitched or loud wooden instrument. Many oboists make their own double reeds, and the picture here is showing you the range of an oboe. It can play from this low B flat all the way up to A. This is an A, B, C, D, E, F. This is a high A, and every note in between. Let's switch over to the bassoon. So as I mentioned, also a double reed instrument. This is what it looks like. Looks a lot like an oboe, but it's much bigger. It has a bell joint at the top. It has the long joint and the wing joint in the middle, and then a boot joint, sometimes also called a butt. There's a crutch here. This is called the bocal, and then the reed is on the end of that. So this is where you would actually play into. And inside is a long tube that the air flows through. Here's our bassoon facts. The bassoon itself is about 4 feet long, and the tube inside, if you stretch it out, would be about 8 feet long. To play the bassoonist must use every finger and their thumbs. Bassoons come in 2 sizes, so here's the standard bassoon, and this is the contrabassoon or double bassoon, so it's an octave lower. It's very long and twisted, so the longer the instrument, the lower the sound. Early bassoons were made out of hardwoods, but the modern instruments, these ones that you see here, are usually made of maple. Because they're big and very heavy, a bassoonist will sometimes use a neck strap to help support the weight while playing. And just like oboe players, many bassoonists make their own reeds. All right, now it's time to listen to a little sample. Here is the oboe player, and here is the bassoon player. So we have a duet going on here, and you can take a look at what each instrument looks like while playing and what each instrument sounds like. These are Songs and Dances for Oboe and Bassoon by John Steinmetz. So, what do you think? That was pretty fun. Were you dancing a little bit in your seat? There was the oboe and the bassoon playing together in a duet. I hope you liked that. Of course, you could always look for some more oboe songs or bassoon songs. They're in orchestras and big pieces and music pieces all over the internet. So go ahead and look for them if you really enjoyed that. And I hope you liked learning about our new instruments. And I will see you next time. Have a good day.